And this show is sponsored by BetterHelp Therapy Online.
If you only had one car for the rest of your life, you'd take really great care of it. Well, we only have one brain in life. Visit BetterHelp.com/outside and take care of one of the most important parts of you, your mind. And hello and welcome to the intro for Podcast But Outside, episode 165. We recorded this in the beautiful Griffith Park bathroom area. It smelled a little bathroomy with our really fun friend, Nick Kroll. You know Nick Kroll from Big Mouth. They got a new season that just came out on Netflix.
The Kroll Show.
He's acted in lots of movies, and he has a new special, if you haven't seen it, on Netflix, comedy special called Little Big Boy. We watched it. We talk about it in this episode. Go watch that if you haven't. It's really, really great.
Yeah, it'll give you a lot of context, too, for this episode.
Yeah, because we do talk about it.
You'll notice in this episode, the last three girls we talked to are all blurred out. That's just because we are trying to protect their job, and they asked us to.
Yeah, sometimes you're a nurse and you don't want to get fired. We're currently in Hawaii, as you can see and hear from the Hawaiian lush tropical landscape all around us. We had a live show here. Thank you to those of you who came out. Very, very fun. Yeah, it was great.
Thanks, Hawaii.
I'm in Japan right now as this comes out. It's being fun for me to be there as well. We just announced our rescheduled fall tour dates that are now spring tour dates. We're going to be in Boston, Thursday, March 9th, Brooklyn, March 10th, Chicago, March 12th, and Toronto, March 15th. If you had tickets, those will carry over to the new dates. If you need a refund, reach out to the venues. Some of those shows are already sold out. I think Toronto has like 5 to 10 tickets left. Some of the other ones are getting close to sold out. So if you'd like to come to those shows, please buy a ticket. Our live show is very, very fun. We canceled the Orlando show and we did not reschedule it because we did not sell enough tickets there. So if you're disappointed, it's actually your fault. It's far and we would have lost money.
Sorry.
Music this week is by Jesse Hadden, a friend of mine actually from college. We've used his theme song once before. He has a new record that just came out under the name Monument called Fake Flower. You can look it up on Spotify, music platforms. Give it a listen. He makes great music.
I have a new song out too.
What is it?
I'm not telling.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, listening. Enjoy the episode. Rock.
And Kroll.
Rock and Kroll. Yes, yes, yes!
You got a podcast and it's alright. It's all two grown men looking like pedophiles in the sunlight. The sun. Talk about your problems, talk about your dad. They're the best listeners that you ever had, and they give you $1 even if you're bad. Walk away feeling like a fancy lad. Podcast but outside. Podcast but outside. Podcast but outside.
Hello, and welcome to Podcast But Outside. This is the world's first podcast. My name is Andrew Michon.
My name is Prince
And if you've never
Tinkle.
And if you've never heard or watched our show before, the whole point of our show is for me and Prince Tinkle to set up this table on the sidewalk or different places around in the outside world, the great outdoors, and we interview strangers who happen to be walking by our lovely little plastic table. We have a sign on our table. It very clearly labels the whole purpose of the show. The sign says,
Blue Lives Matter.
No, that's not.
Oh.
That's not what it says.
Oh, different sign. I thought I was at my other job. Sorry.
No,
no, right. No, this says
that you have
hi.
a job? That's your. Okay.
Well, they pay me. So yeah. It says hi. Be a guest on our podcast. We will pay you $1. Smiley face.
We're the only ethical podcast, the only podcast that pays its guests. And as far as I know, the only podcast currently set up today outside of the bathrooms in Griffith Park. Unless there's another one. I don't see them. That could be a podcast over there, actually.
Oh, that's true.
Is that a podcast?
Yeah, it looks like they're all sitting on a table and talking. I think that does qualify as a podcast, right?
Yeah, yeah. I had this idea for a podcast. I don't know if I brought it up on the show before. Of like let's say you're Steven Spielberg, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
just say you are. Or let's say you're like Tom Cruise. Let's say you're like a huge celebrity in Hollywood, right?
Okay.
You just go out to lunch with like 10 people.
Yeah.
And like you just like you just talk shit the whole time, and they don't know that you're recording, and then you release all the episodes as a podcast. So it's like you're Steven Spielberg. It's like episode 1, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, like I would do that if I like had a terminal illness, and,
right?
Like, I knew I was on my way out, and like the only repercussion is that I die.
Right.
Like that. I think that's how I'd want to go out.
Yes.
It's just exposing everything.
Yes.
Like exposing all the lizard people, all like the evil, like you know, the Jewish media liberal elite. Oh, speaking of,
we're both Jewish as well. But the whole point of our show is to talk to strangers. We're set up in Griffith Park, hoping some folks walk by and talk to us. And we also have an invited guest that we're so excited to have on our show. He's so funny. He's got a special that just came out on Netflix that we both just watched, and it was really, really good. Everybody give it up for Nick Kroll.
Nick.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being here. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you walked pretty far.
I'm sorry to make you
far
walk.
This is the first is walking up a hill.
Yeah.
Right into a podcast, just like right in.
We're not trying to put you on edge.
By the way, on a slant. I'm about to fall.
This is flatter over here.
I'll say this: we've done slantier. In Seattle, it was even worse.
Well, Seattle's known for its hills.
Yeah, difficult to podcast on.
Hard to fall asleep in.
I do have a really cool, a nice lime or lemon drink for you. It's nice and cool.
I'm genuinely thrilled to have.
Yeah, so pick your poison.
Maybe the one without all the shit inside of the lip of it. Maybe I'll take the one with less literal garbage on the inside of the lip of the soda.
I think it's green stuff from the tree. It just fell on it.
Green stuff from the tree. Otherwise known as leaves, folks. Otherwise known as leaves.
You called it garbage.
I did. By the way, I really don't care. I would have totally drank
But you
that.
did care about the hill a little bit.
I mean...
Can we show where he parked? It's pretty far.
Yeah, pretty far.
Well, look, when your people asked to do Griffith Park, and we said, okay.
Great.
And you used to be able to park on that side, and then, big government stopped it, I guess.
Not only big government, but also my people.
Did your people stop that?
My team, and this is not okay. It is connected to something. I was like,
can you hear?
My team controls my podcast appearances, but it also controls parking in Griffith Park.
Wow.
A lot of the state, federal,
Well, I wish those things could work in tandem. Hey, how are you?
Want to talk to us?
You want to say hi?
You guys want to jump on
Yeah,
here?
jump on.
There's room.
You sure? All right.
No? Okay.
Come.
You too.
Where are you from?
Australia. Prove it.
Okay.
There you go.
He proved it.
He did.
We just watched your special. It was so good.
Thank you so much.
Loved it. It was so fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was cohesive as hell. I didn't expect it to all wrap around and all like come together in the end like that.
When you're doing a comedy special, what you want from an audience is to hear that it was cohesive. But I genuinely do. I do appreciate that. It was there was an effort made to sort of make it all kind of play together.
I cheered up.
Did you?
Yeah.
I got you.
Mom stuff
Will get you. I mean, that's what it's there for.
Didn't anticipate that.
The mom stuff, for those of you out there who haven't watched my special Little Big Boy on Netflix.
Well, hold on. You can tell them to pause right now and watch it.
Yeah.
So pause right now, and you guys can watch it.
So we'll just sit here for, it's an hour 5.
Yeah, we'll sit here for
so we'll just sit here for an hour 5
no,
quietly.
They're pausing. We don't have to pause.
We don't have to pause.
They've paused,
okay.
And now they've watched the special. Now you can talk about it.
And welcome back.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the special.
Hope it was cohesive for you.
I hope you laughed a little bit, but I hope you walked away being like, that was a cohesive I started the tour in 2019, well before... I was basically, the idea was to tour it in 2019, shoot it in June of 2020, and then I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a COVID.
There was one.
No, I heard about that.
There was a COVID.
I heard of it.
And so then
I stopped. Actually, to be honest, I tuned out after the 16th one. So the 19th one, I was not paying attention at all.
Yeah.
But I heard there was a 19th one. That was big.
It's like The Office season 8.
Yeah.
Like, I love Zach Woods, but I'm not fucking watching it.
Okay, so you.
I do love Zach Woods.
Yes, and
I love season 8 of The Office.
Okay, that's what we were hoping for.
Okay, pause it. Actually, you know what? Let's pause it right there.
Go watch season 8.
Go watch season 8 of The Office. Pause it and then come back.
And then be pissed at him for that comment.
Yeah. So we waited 2 years, and basically, in that time, I
Sure.
got married and had a kid, and
Yeah.
and then really juiced up the mom stuff in
Mm-hmm.
there because it was like a lot of life lived that. Then.
Hey, sir, how are you? Sorry, that guy just seems really cool.
Sweaty.
Had to say. Yeah, and that's interesting you say that. Yeah, because knowing the things you've gone through in the last few years, I would have thought more of the special would have been about getting married and having a kid. But now I see why it was not as much part of it, because it was the stuff from before.
Was that a critique or is
No,
that
no, not a critique. I was just like I
just
wasn't sure.
worked really hard on it.
No, it was cohesive. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was just like I was expecting that stuff to come in earlier, but it just you had the material. I get
No,
it.
I think it was I had that material, and then it takes me. I hadn't done a special in like 10 years. It takes me about 10 years to do a special, and so there was a point where when the end of the show, that last like section of like where I am sort of now, there was a world where I was like, maybe I should just save that for the next, because I had the hour that was done, and I was like, I could start the next hour.
Right.
We're getting this podcast is obviously about interviewing people on the street, but it's also about process.
It is about process.
It's a process podcast.
Right. You were kind of like, should I blow any of this kid marriage material on
Right.
this?
Like
I understand.
I could have, and then I was like, no, that's what's happening in my life right now. I always like to talk about that.
Right.
Walking up a hill.
Of course. Well, because you could immediately release a special a year later that's called Raising a Little Big Boy.
Yes.
And that's about your kid.
Yes.
So that's an interesting.
And my
idea.
son's. The problem is, my son's name is Arizona, so I would have
called
it Raising Arizona, but I.
It could be called Raising a Little Big Boy, parentheses, Arizona.
Arizona.
It's kind of like an homage to your special in the film.
Yes. It was. And my other son, New Mexico, is
on the way.
On the way.
Okay. So are you going to call him New? I mean, that's a weird nickname. He's also the newest kid. I mean,
he's truly. That would be. I'd like a kid named New.
Right. What do you think the worst state name kid is? Because your kid's name Arizona.
I don't know, but the first one that came to mind, same region, which I actually think is kind of a cool name, is Oklahoma Kroll.
Oklahoma's good.
I was thinking Oklahoma.
But I think a kid named Oklahoma is cool.
What about North Dakota? Might be the worst, or no? That because Dakota,
Mississippi is weird.
Mississippi.
With your name, it would be good.
Mississippi Michon's kind of good. And this is Cole, by the way. I don't know if you guys have met, but
Cole
and Kroll.
Cole Kroll.
Cole Kroll.
I had this thought.
You're my son.
Wow.
Hey, sir, you want to take a break? You want to say hi to us? No, okay.
Hey guys.
Hey, how you guys doing? You want to say hi?
Where are you guys from? From Germany.
German? Oh, we'd love to talk to you. 5 minutes?
No, my English is not good.
Not true. It sounds great.
Is it weird? I knew they were foreign.
Yes.
Based on just.
I was going to say
physical appearance.
Latvia.
Okay.
Weirdly, I was going slightly farther east than Germany, and only because of how tall and thin he was, he looked like a Latvian.
Right. It is also noon on a Thursday. I feel like anyone walking through Griffith Park is either doing a podcast or from Europe or Australia.
You guys normally do this in much more public
We
spaces.
normally do it on the streets, but we have done maybe like 3 episodes in Griffith Park.
Uh-huh.
And we had good experiences. We did it over by that bathroom last year.
Do you stay close to bathrooms? There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, we just think of like that's where people will be. But we did it on the weekend. I think it was a little. But, we got you here, so we're not.
And I just walked out of the bathroom.
Yeah, so you were right there.
I saw them. I walked out of the bathroom. I do all my number 2s in the bathroom in Griffith Park. I don't like. Some people like to poop at home. I actually find that very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I prefer a public space.
Yeah.
Right, and that's probably why your team is so deeply entrenched with the local politics, right?
To be clear, my team is the Griffith Park Sanitation Department.
And they're mostly doing it for bathroom stuff, right?
Yeah.
Person.
Hey, you want to come say hi? Come say hi.
Come say hi.
Come join us. Do the long walk. Kroll did it.
I did it.
Okay, so I had this thought recently. We're talking about names of states, this is what we wanted to talk to you about. I was thinking about names of kids based on months.
Sure.
And there's an interesting gap where January and February are pretty. You've heard
Weird.
those, I feel.
Have
No,
you?
January Jones, you've heard.
Oh, sure. I know her.
February, maybe you
Famous
haven't
actor.
heard.
February, I have not heard.
March, haven't.
No. April, you
April,
start
you
start to get real
Yeah,
hot.
April's hot, and then
Yeah.
May works as
Awesome.
well.
Lots of them.
June as
June
well.
a little bit.
A lot of June.
July, I could see it, but I
Well,
don't.
it's pronounced Julie.
Oh, Julie.
Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
Julie.
There it is.
And then in the fall, August, September, October, November,
August.
bad.
August.
Oh, August works. You're right.
August Wilson.
But September, October, November, there's nothing there.
No, once you get into 3 syllables, it falls apart.
I guess that's where it does fall apart. But December you could do, I think.
October Kroll.
October Kroll.
I have to put my name on the end to see if it works. Yeah, it's how I understand everything in the world.
Oh, that's really self-centered.
If I put my last name on it, does it make sense?
You're like
Oslo Peace Corps Kroll. Yeah, okay. I understand that.
Speaking of names, I have a question from my mom.
Yes.
I'll say it as her.
Oh, interesting.
Kroll is a Jewish name, but Nick is not often a Jewish name.
Yes.
Why Nick?
Well, Cole's mom, because I was the youngest. My mom became tired of running names past my dad for him to. Now that I've had a kid, it does, as many things happen. It's like the women are, if it's a husband and wife, oftentimes the women are sort of
hopefully it is. I just should say.
You want to publicly? You want to come out strong on that?
Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. If it's something else, that's fine. I'm just saying.
In best
case scenario, it is traditional. Best case scenario. Okay.
A very thoughtful. A very thoughtful conservative in how you present it.
I'm okay if it's not.
No, I would gracious of you. How deeply gracious of you.
I would prefer
in a perfect world.
In a perfect world.
That's all he's saying. In a perfect
where everyone goes to heaven.
Yeah, where everyone's in heaven and we can all hang out later. It is traditional.
We can all hang out later. I mean, in heaven or like after the podcast?
No, in heaven. I'm saying like where no one's separated.
Right, where no one's separate.
I don't want to lose any friends. Okay.
They're not going to hell, but they're not going to heaven. It's a long story.
It's a long story. Okay.
Pause, read the Bible,
as you were saying,
and then come back.
As you're saying, women are often burdened with that.
With like, what about this name? What about this name? And now. And so my mom did that with, I'm the youngest of 4, did that with the first 3. And then by the time it came to me, she just was like Nicholas, which is my full name. And then there was a desire for her father's name was Johann, and it was Nicholas. She wanted to be possibly Nicholas Johann Kroll, which felt like there was a decision made that it sounded like I was like the deposed heir of the Austro-Hungarian throne.
Yeah, it's pretty regal.
Kroll, though, not always a Jewish name.
Yeah.
Kroll, a German-Polish name. A lot of non-Jewish Krolls around, including one I get a lot of their emails.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I get a ton of emails for a different Nick Kroll.
And what's he been up to, or what's he missing out on?
He's a friend of Donald Trump.
Okay, cool. Congrats.
And there's some hockey. There's some hockey emails.
Hockey stuff.
Okay, not like, but like pickups, like hockey pickups.
Okay.
Wow.
So there you go, Mom.
There you go, Mom.
Cole, not a Jewish name.
Yeah. Explain that, bitch.
Yeah. So probably a lot of Jewish Coles, but not because it's a Jewish name.
Sure.
You're saying Santa gives them coals?
Yeah.
That's what you meant, right?
Yeah. Santa names them and gives them coals.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
You want to talk to us? We'd love to say hi. Okay, no worries.
I would never do this podcast. If I were a stranger walking along the street, I would never stop to talk to you.
I don't think I would either.
I do hear you. I do hear you, but that's kind of what works about it, because we've done it for like 4 years, and the people that sit down tend to not be duds.
Maybe it's because if you are a performer,
sure, of course,
you're like, well, I've chosen my venues to which to perform.
Yes.
And let's go through the venues. We've got the Upright Citizens Brigade.
Yeah.
We've got the Comedy Store.
Those are the venues.
We've got Flappers in
venue
Burbank.
yes,
These are all venues. There's the Elysian Theater for a different kind of audience.
I'm seeing Flappers tomorrow. I'm so excited.
I'm doing
Dynasty Typewriter.
I'm doing a Dynasty Typewriter, another venue. I'm doing a 7-week residency at Flappers in Burbank if anybody wants to come out.
That is pretty cool.
I'll be at Islands Burgers before and after the show.
Oh, cool.
So if you want to come by to Islands Burgers.
You place your dessert order, then go to your set, and then come back.
I do dessert first before the show. Get that sugar jack.
Yeah.
Then I do my 2 hours at Flappers.
Oh, that's a long show.
I host it, though. I do 2 hours. Then I bring out the first guest.
Oh, so the
all
2 hours
open
is the
micers. I do 2 hour opening. Then I bring out each, and then I do 15 minutes in between each act.
That sounds like a good show.
Then I go back to Islands for a 12, like an 11:45 p.m. burger.
Whoa.
For those who don't know,
milkshake.
Flappers is a cool comedy venue in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Number one.
Just catching you up. It's just a good venue.
And that's just one of the venues. Okay, so I basically what I'm saying is
I get it.
I get my performing done
Yes.
at Flappers.
Yes.
But I also, I turn it on for the folks at Islands.
I mean, they see you for 7 weeks in a row every night, so you gotta entertain them a little bit.
You gotta keep the home team happy.
That's the real show to me. You at Islands.
Oh my God, I do not turn off.
You're there till close.
I am there till close. I am keeping it funny. I'm doing music with the. I'll do a glass. I'll get a glass wet. And I'll
do that.
They get and they're so mad at me because I use the Island special sauce and I try to make
that's
it
how you
noise.
make it kind of
You make it with
noise.
That's the noise. I hope it makes it doesn't. I
Yeah.
make a noise with my mouth to make that noise.
You just try to make it reach the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm trying
You
to
wanna
get
make the chefs, the
Yeah,
cooks
and,
laugh.
the dishwashers are so mad at me because all of their glasses are covered.
Yeah.
They go, "What would you like tonight, Nick?" You go, "I'll have 15 crystal glasses of water
and, so,
at
and,
different
a, and a
levels."
bowl of Island sauce.
But one thing I will say about our show is I hear you wouldn't sit down, but we're never trying to we're not like gotcha. We're not like going up to people with a mic. We're like,
Sure,
hey,
sure.
we're chill,
Come
we're
to-
sitting.
yeah.
If you want to sit, come sit. I think
Yeah.
that helps as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do want to sit today.
I mean, and I want to quote you on this, that you are the anti-Billy on the street. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, we're kind of like the,
And how did you feel about Bros? Let's get into Bros. Let's get.
well, I am an ally, so I did see it 100 times in theaters, which they do recommend.
Mm-hmm. But again, just go back to marriage, gay marriage,
Right.
heterosexual marriage. Where do you stand on that?
Like I said, again, it's no judgment. But to be honest, that is kind of what Christian people say. Like, they're kind of like, look, it's fine with me. You are going to go to hell. Like, they kind of
Right.
do have that tone where they're almost like, look, I think it's cool. It's just that, unfortunately,
If it were up to me, it's not.
I like it.
I'm not in charge here.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
sure.
not me.
It's the boss.
Yeah, it's the big boss.
Yeah.
This is over my head.
I think it's
boss man.
beautiful. I think it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
I'm into it. It's what I J to.
I wish I could do it. It's just that
I wish I
someone
could
above
do it.
me.
I hate my marriage. I hate my life.
My kids
But
hate
I'm
me.
going to heaven.
My kids hate me. My relationships across the board are toxic because of the secret that I'm hiding.
Yeah, but he's just not into it.
He's just not into it. He's just not into it. the new book. It's Greg Barrett's next book. He's just not into
He's
it.
just not-
And
it's about God.
It's about God hating gay marriage.
That is cool.
Oh shit.
That is cool.
Shit, that's the stuff.
Hey, Cole, can we take a break from Kroll and actually do ads? We are in Hawaii in front of a waterfall. It's a future episode location, but today it's actually just where we're going to be doing ads. And have you done all your holiday shopping yet, Cole?
Yes, I have. But no, yes, I have. Yeah.
Oh, well, a lot of people haven't because they're not like you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't, then right now you can shop early, skip the stress, and snag some of the best deals of the season on something everyone will love, premium audio products from Raycon.
Raycon, hey, don't we use those every single episode?
Yes, we do. Cam, can you show that there's a Raycon earbud currently in your ear? It is a part of our show. Every episode of ours is recorded with Raycon earbuds in Cam's ear. We have this little YouTube Bluetooth dongle that kind of connects to the earbuds. No other earbuds we bought worked with this dongle, so Raycon seem to be really reliable. Their wireless earbuds, headphones, and speakers offer premium sound, useful features, an almost custom, comfortable fit, and up to 54 hours of battery life.
Plus, Raycon makes it easy with holiday gift guides for everyone in your life, like your mommy, your daddy, your coworky, your fitnessy lover, your gamery pal.
Or knock that list all out at once and get 30% off by shopping Raycon's holiday bundles. They got tons of different bundles with headphones and things that stick in your ear and things that sound great. Everyone needs a pair of Raycons in their ears, whether it's for listening to music, taking work calls, or blasting a workout playlist. I listen to Gumbies, this band I really like, whenever I work out.
Call forward.
It's a call forward to a guest from this episode that we recorded for the waterfall. Right now, go to buyraycon.com/outside and use code OUTSIDE to get 20% off site-wide. That's code OUTSIDE at buyraycon.com/outside for 20% off your Raycon purchase. Buyraycon.com/outside.
Oh, Andrew, if you're spending time with loved ones for holidays, chances are
No, I'm not. I said I wouldn't.
Okay, well, if you were, chances are you're going to hear a lot of stories, the ones you love to hear and the ones you've heard too many times. But have you ever wanted to help your loved ones document those timeless stories? It can be challenging to write an entire frickin' book of life memories, but Storyworth Ta-da! Makes it easy and fun.
Every week, Storyworth will email your loved ones a single life-related question that you pick from their collection, like, what's the bravest thing you've ever done? Or what's the furthest you've traveled? They've got a lot of different questions. All they have to do is reply with a story, then after a year, Storyworth compiles your loved one's stories, memories, and even any photos into an exquisite hardcover book, creating a valued keepsake. Millions of stories have already been told with Storyworth because they make the process so simple. Get started with your loved ones for the holidays, and before you know it, you'll both be cherishing those timeless stories for generations to come.
If someone sent me Storyworth and asked me where the farthest I traveled, I would say it was to here, Hawaii, to do this ad read.
No, you went to Europe, remember? To kill that guy for me? Or wait, no, sorry. You weren't there. You were elsewhere.
No, I was elsewhere, and there I have a whole
I have
a whole alibi.
No, he wasn't there. But my little brother Sam, he got my dad Storyworth as a gift, and my dad's been answering questions, and we're so excited to read the book around the holiday fire that we do every year.
I heard he hasn't mentioned you once.
Yeah. He got no stories about me. But I still love him. Help your family share their story this holiday season with Storyworth. Go to storyworth.com/outside today and save $10 off your first purchase. That's STORYWORTH.com/outside to save $10 on your first purchase. Storyworth.com/outside.
Danke.
Danke, Storyworth. Back to the show.
Oh, you're a chronic snacker.
I am a chronic snacker.
I was watching your special.
Mm-hmm.
And I purposely don't have any food in my house because I can't control myself.
Sure.
I don't have the willpower to stop eating or snacking at night.
Yes.
So I purposely don't have anything. But then I end up DoorDashing $25 worth of flan to my doorstep.
Really?
And
you're a flan head?
It arrives as big flan head.
Our place stinks of caramel.
Yeah. It arrives as you're talking about that.
Wow.
And I'm like, so you're talking about
Just
getting hypnotized.
The flan
custard,
came in?
slurping caramelized
Wow.
custard
Yeah.
into your face. Did it make you want to go get hypnotized?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Because I know Andrew's been hypnotized.
I got something to play for you.
He's been hypnotized.
Oh.
Yeah, it worked. Straight up.
For what?
Fear of
Fear
flight.
of flying.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to play something for you right now.
And they recorded it? Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you? You want to sit down and say hi? We'd love
Hi.
to talk to a guest.
Hi.
We'll pay you. Jesus.
I got to get that baby backpack.
To do whenever you listen is to always begin by first getting into a comfortable position.
Wow.
When I begin to count backwards, if you want,
Do you feel like your girl wasn't as
I
good?
kind of want
to
to,
laugh,
frankly, I want to fuck your hypnotist.
or even every
Yeah, well, whenever Andrew flies, he's just rock hard.
Hi.
relax.
Hey.
Hey, you want to say hi?
You want to come and
We'd
chat?
love to talk to you. Come say hi.
Come and chat.
Hey, there's a little opening right there. There's an
Opening.
You can walk
don't have
right
to.
through.
You don't have to crawl through. We'll do the hypnotist stuff later.
Hello.
Hey, come say hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Come chat.
Please
Come have a
seat.
Introduce your names into the microphone.
My name's Katarina.
Katarina.
And you?
I'm Matthew.
Matthew.
Hi, I'm Nick. How are you?
Hi, Nick.
Andrew
Hi,
Cole.
how are you?
Hello. You guys just on a Thursday little romp around the park?
We are. We just went to the top, had a little sandwich.
Whoa.
Top of the observatory in that park area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't make it to the observatory. We just went to the top.
But just
from
the sort
here.
of the grassy area
all the way up there.
Yeah, like
the
along
top of
the
the
bird
mountain.
sanctuary and then up to the top.
Oh,
and
great.
You could
then-
see the observatory. You were above the observatory.
Yeah.
You were observing it.
We were observing the observatory.
Oh, wait, so you guys are you guys a couple?
Yes.
That's awesome. For how
Sweet.
long?
Like a year?
A year. Wow.
Yeah,
What
he's
if-
just visiting though.
Oh, where are you visiting from?
Brooklyn.
Nice.
Brooklyn.
That's a
Wow.
great. That's in New York. That's one of the boroughs
Yes.
in New York City.
Oh, yes, I've heard.
Mm,
Yes,
I've heard of
I've only
that,
been to
yeah.
Staten Island. That's the only part of New York I've been to. I haven't been anywhere else.
You're you're a Pete Davidson
yeah,
fanatic.
I like
so
to
you
see where
only
he kind
go.
of formed his
Yeah.
himself.
So you
know?
only go there. That
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense. Well,
but-
Brooklyn's near Staten Island. Just so you guys know.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you, Nick. Wait, so you're from here though?
I'm from Northern California, but
Oh, okay.
I live here now.
Oh, okay. You guys live together?
Yes.
Ooh.
My friend Savannah and wait, why am I blanking on her boyfriend's name?
You guys seem close.
Joe.
Yeah.
They were you for Halloween.
They were me for Halloween.
Yeah. But
Wha-
like
which one of the characters?
Which character was it?
Gil?
Oh, I'm blanking. I'm
that the
blanking.
guy?
From was it
With the long blonde hair.
Publicity?
Yes.
Was he
yes.
Publicity?
He was.
And what was she? She was the other Liz. They were the Liz's together.
They were the Liz's
Whoa.
together.
Oh,
Nice.
great costume.
Good
You guys
costume.
should do that this year. I think you two should do that.
Everyone
You
should do that.
You should have to shave your mustache.
Or you should go
And
as
we
Nick
had to bleach
Kroll
your
out
hair.
of character.
Yeah.
Just go as
Character
Nick.
with a mustache.
I have a character with a mustache. Coach Steve. You could be Coach Steve
Oh, yeah.
from Big
Yeah,
Mouth.
yeah,
Big Mouth, yeah.
But it's a dark hair, so you'd have to dye your mustache.
There's honestly,
Ginger Coach Steve.
yeah, you could be Ginger Coach Steve.
there's so many options from the Nick Cole catalog for you guys this year. Truly.
Yeah.
Wait, so how'd you guys get into a long distance relationship?
Ooh, not the plan.
Oh, really?
Not the plan.
Did you? How did you? What happened?
We were buddies, and then
He's smiling though. What happened? How did it become more than buddies?
well, you know, that's what we said.
Oh. You like
Mm-hmm.
fingers.
It started like this, and then it got like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Were you
Wow.
close buddies?
Yeah, I mean, eventually.
Obviously.
Well, which one of you like broached the subject first of transitioning the relationship into more romantic?
It wasn't really a discussion.
Unfortunately.
Was it a fit of passion? Like,
Right.
did all of a sudden like a kiss happen out of
Right.
nowhere, or yeah? Speak to that.
Oh, scissoring in the hammock. Yeah. You shouldn't scissor in a hammock.
You were scissoring in a hammock?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay,
dangerous.
okay.
We were actually with a third friend, so it was kind of like a third.
Okay.
It was a little
Okay.
tricycle.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait,
still all
does
best
that
friends.
does
Yeah.
that third friend feel like, hey, how come I didn't get into a relationship out of this?
Well, it's our mutual best friend. So.
Uh,
Chance.
You gave him a chance.
Yeah.
Actually, we did
Yeah.
give a chance, but
Oh, really?
Wait,
sort
how
of a
so?
He
best.
was kind of laying next to us on the hammock, not scissoring.
And then
You said you
did they excuse themselves?
No.
That's hot.
That is hot.
That's fucking hot.
That's fucking
Maybe
hot,
that's what
actually.
they want to be in the relationship, though. They don't want to
Right.
be They want to be amongst it,
Tried
right?
to tell a teacher.
They're almost like a cut.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it Tish? Is that
Yeah,
is
a
it-
teacher.
Sheesh.
I can't think of a situation where I would be laying in a hammock with my friends.
What, buddy?
It's a different
Come on.
life. This is a Brooklyn
No,
life.
I like it.
This
I
is
like
a
it.
Brooklyn life.
There's
I
a photo of us in a hammock together.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Scissoring?
Not scissoring, but we almost.
No, I like it. I'm just saying, like, I think it's cool. I'm not judging it. I think it's cool. I like it, straight up.
Did you say sorry?
I just said this is so random. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
It's not. We knew you'd
No, it's
come
not.
here.
We
were
were
expecting you.
We were talking about hypnosis and
Okay.
like trying to kick habits or get rid of fears. Do you have any habits or fears that you want to get rid of?
I'm a nail biter.
Nail biter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you tried like painting that weird poison stuff on your nail?
I have, but then like when you eat food with the it on, it gets in your
Mhm.
mouth.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have any fears?
Yeah, I'm afraid of change.
Okay.
Ooh.
Really?
So you're
Right.
kind of hating this fall season rolling in, huh?
Not the change of the seasons.
Okay.
More like long distance relationship. Your partner moving across the country. That kind of change.
That kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Opportunities.
it was there when she moved to LA. Was there a discussion that you would also move here?
We weren't together when she moved.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you did a double change. You moved and then
The
moved back.
scissoring happened during a visit, actually.
Gotcha.
After
Wow.
she had already moved.
Okay, so like, if you moved to the same city, that would actually be more change.
It would, yeah.
Like that would be like the status quo is that you are long distance. Like that's more comfortable for you in this particular dynamic.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's not more comfortable, but it requires less drastic.
And how does that make you
change.
feel?
Mm-hmm.
You don't love that.
Just gotta make the change, baby. You just gotta.
Do you find that you're often pushing him to make changes that he's not willing to make?
I don't know. Am I pushing you?
No.
Oh.
No, okay.
She's not pushy.
More so encouraging.
Encouraging though.
I just send painful voice memos about my aching heart.
Oh no.
Oh.
Like, and I'm gonna quote Michael Jackson, and I always
He always does.
Yeah, I
he did
always
several times earlier.
gotta make that change. Is it LA? How do you feel about LA? Like,
I love visiting here.
yeah.
I could definitely see myself being here.
Mhm.
I just also love New York, and my family's there.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they? Where is your family in New York?
In Brooklyn, New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
like all around that
Oh,
area.
yeah. And again, New Jersey is the state. So you guys know,
Okay.
New Jersey is next to New York. It's
Okay.
one of the states.
Got it.
It's near Staten Island. In fact, if you're
Mm.
on
Oh.
your way to New Jersey, you can going over like the Verrazano Bridge, which you don't take to.
Right.
To New
He's
Jersey.
explaining this because I've never left Los Feliz.
He's never
Oh,
left.
yeah, I was going to ask,
Yeah.
where are you guys from?
Yeah, we live in Los Feliz.
Yeah.
and that's all I know.
Yeah.
That's all.
But wait, so you're afraid of change?
I think he's nearby as well
Okay.
because he does use that bathroom
You're afraid of
exclusively.
change, and I'm just a nail biter. Well, I feel like the scale is kind of...
Is
Would
there a
you-
decision that needs to be made, or are you like living in this in between right now?
Yeah, we're living in the in between.
Mm.
Okay. And is that working? You guys seem so hesitant about absolutely everything, and it's very
It's
funny.
fair.
I like
would.
it.
You guys.
So most of our
yeah.
conversations are like,
Oh, you have
Yeah.
you have intimate conversations
Oh.
about this.
yeah, just both of us hesitating.
Interesting.
Sure.
Do you have any friends for us to date?
I am married,
Okay, yes.
but I'm still looking to date.
Look.
So
Oh, shoot.
There's always room for 3 in a hammock. You guys want to be
Yes.
next? You want to come say hi? Okay,
Yeah.
we
Come
just
on through.
we just gotta fix their relationship in 1 second.
Yeah.
and then
I was not expecting all this.
no, you
Yeah.
guys seem really great, and yeah, we hope.
I'm a big fan of your wife's
you.
like landscape.
Yeah,
gardening
she's
work.
amazing.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Mm, total landscaping?
she does.
not
Four
landscape.
Seasons landscaping. No,
That was
she's,
her.
Yeah, she was very close to Trump and Giuliani. No, she's an amazing landscape designer and botanical
Wait,
artist.
hold on. I just have to ask. Did she think you were the other Nick Kroll?
She
Is
did.
that why she started
She
dating you?
did. She did. Yeah, I'm so glad. Do you follow her stuff on Instagram?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Oh.
A friend of mine, Ella.
Yeah,
in
I
New
know
York.
Ella.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
So Ella's good friends with her.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So Ella and I met through. Well, Ella also writes poetry and.
Yeah.
You write poetry?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Where can people find your poetry?
In her fucking notebook.
One day.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, I'm just
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
day
Online.
eventually.
Online.
Okay.
Little journals.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Tiny little journal.
really
Tiny
small.
little journal.
The smallest little.
Do you guys
journal.
have any final thoughts or words of wisdom you want to leave us with?
On the hill, there are all these tiny little bugs that swarm you and like drink your sweat, and we were covered in them. Was that happening to you
A
guys
little bit.
today?
I don't know if they're drinking my sweat. I'm not
I don't
If
know.
sure.
anybody who's going up to the observatory, just watch
Just
out.
don't
Heads
sweat
up.
at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for
All
the
right.
warning.
Just don't sweat
Just
it.
don't sweat it.
Tell
Thanks for
Ella I
warning.
say hi.
We got $1?
And a sticker.
He said, "Tell Ellie." He says hi.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Nice to meet you
Cool.
guys.
Guys.
Meet you too.
Have a great
Cool.
day.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye bye. They were really nice.
They were lovely.
I wish
Come on
nothing but
in.
The best.
You guys are next. You're in line.
I've never seen someone really use the pockets in their exercise pants. They work well.
Cold today.
Come have a seat.
This is cold.
It's like so hot.
It's 80 degrees.
Wow,
like
so I see
90
a San Diego hat.
You're from San Diego.
So you must be from San Diego. So this is cold.
Introduce yourselves to the mic one at a time.
Okay, I'm
How do you all know each other?
These sisters?
together.
No.
You work together. Okay.
Where?
we're nurses at hospital.
Oh my
Cool.
God. I was a child once.
So you're like,
Same.
Yeah.
so you're all like kind of selfish people, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nurses at Children's Hospital. That's kind of like a selfish job, it seems. Just only about you.
So this is your day off,
It is.
and you guys going for a hike together.
At what stage in your education did you decide you wanted to work primarily with children? Or does that just happen organically?
I think I've always liked kids, so I kind of always knew that, but I don't know about you guys.
I think I decided like middle school.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Kind
Like
of.
you knew you did you know you wanted to be like a nurse?
Yeah.
And
so
for
we
kid-
went to the same school. We had to apply in from like when you're applying into college, we had to apply into nursing school. So we had to decide like very early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So you went to the same like high school?
We were the same college.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Hmm.
gotcha. And what about you?
Yeah, I also had to know, like in high school, if I wanted to be a nurse because I applied to a BSM program right away.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Because it's how many years? What is that?
So 4.
Oh, it's good. It's 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys know that you wanted to be podcasters in the high school?
yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Was
yeah.
that always what the plan was?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's really.
And you had to apply to college
we
for that?
did. It was a 4-year school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it really worked out. Yeah. And we were working with children mostly for those 4 years.
Really?
Yeah, because we were children. Yeah. So it really
Yeah.
was cool. Wait, so what are some surprising things about working with kids in a healthcare setting?
They have crazy parents.
That's
Oh,
nice.
interesting.
Good call. Good call.
Interesting. And do you think the parents are crazy because their kid is sick, or do you think they're just in general crazy?
I think there's generally a lot of crazy people out there.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
I also think though, when your child is sick,
That's nice of you.
You get crazy.
I mean, I think I would be too. Like, you lose all control.
I mean, you are really catching people at what is potentially the worst moment of their lives.
Yes.
So that's such a difficult state of mind to see them in.
Yeah.
But they're still unreasonable. I mean, we've talked to a lot of nurses on this show, and overall, nurses are just like, people are so rude to us all the time. Is that the case, even at the Children's Hospital?
We've met some really nice people.
I'm sure that, I know that, but but people have they don't have like a filter when it comes to.
I think it's interesting because we have like the most sick patients on our unit will have the nicest, most amazing, selfless parents, and then like the least sick parents will be like on the floor sobbing while someone's dying.
Interesting.
And they have no idea.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like I should clarify we work in the NICU, so it's babies.
Wow.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
I feel like the parents are even more anxious because it's a baby, and then we're not talking. The people we talk to are the parents. It's not the patient themselves who can talk to us. So everything's just like
newborn babies,
exemplified.
you don't have any conversation with the newborn babies.
We talk a lot.
Yeah, you
but
talk
they just don't talk back.
Right.
Man, I having had a child in the last couple of years, it is the most heightened moment in your life to some extent, especially if your kid is in NICU. I would imagine it's incredibly. But sometimes it's like some of those kids are in NICU not because they're just like. I mean, there's different versions of what's going on in NICU. I would imagine. But once I had a kid, I had so much more empathy for people who are going through stuff like being in NICU, where you're like, wow, because like we didn't have that situation, but the level of stress is so intense,
right? Even for a small thing.
Yeah, totally.
Wow.
Like it was like, oh, is your baby jaundice? Like that moment where you're like, what's that score? There's a score. What's the fucking score?
Jaws.
No,
the score to that movie.
No, the score. There's like I can't remember the name of. It's like, oh, your child has this score. Like if they don't get like they're
like 1 through 10.
When they're born.
Yeah.
Like a hotness thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was it called again?
APGAR.
APGAR.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can score a certain level and then you're worried.
Oh, there's yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, sorry.
Huh. No, don't apologize. You're the only one here that has. Do you guys have any kids?
No.
See, he's the only father here, so only parent here.
I'm the only one.
He knows way more than you guys do. Oh my God. You don't know shit.
Do you guys want kids?
Yes. Far down the line.
Far
down the line. Okay.
We have a lot of kids in our life right now.
Yes.
Good for now.
Yes.
Okay.
So what's the oldest kid that you're working with? You're working with really young.
We take up to like a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
But we're like a specific type of unit. Most NICUs only take up to like a month.
Yeah. Is part of healthcare education like about your mental health and like how to like separate yourself from your work? And because that seems like such a weird.
You mean like in school?
Yeah, like it just seems like such a big part of the job is like not feeling like emotional attachment or like being able to do your job without being emotionally. I don't know. I mean, how is that something that's taught?
I wouldn't say necessarily. Like they talk about it. Like it's really important to take care of your mental health.
But there's not much beyond
that. Like, how should I do that?
Oh, so the same stuff that we all get all the time from like ads?
Who knows? We were pre-pandemic, so.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
You know, sometimes I wish that life came with a user manual. Because sometimes I'm frustrated and I don't know what to do, and I'm just torn between issues that I'm dealing with and questions that I have and things that I cannot solve, and I'm at a crossroads. But life doesn't come with a user manual, so when it's not working for you, it's normal to feel stuck. And that's why it's good to have therapy to help you through these challenging times. I go to therapy every week. It has been so enormously helpful. I haven't been feeling well health-wise lately. I am feeling a lot better. But during that time, it was really depressing and awful. And to have someone that I could talk to every week just about the stuff I was going through mentally truly was a lifesaver. And I think if you haven't tried therapy in your life, you really, really should.
I really hurt my knee earlier, and I'm thinking like, man, I cannot wait to talk about this with my therapist on Wednesday.
As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist.
Learn more and save 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/outside. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/outside. Thank you, BetterHelp, and thank you to you all for everything you do.
The viewers will notice I'm alone at the podcast table. That's because my co-host Andrew and intern Cam are busy tearing it up in the streets of Tokyo. As we were leaving Hawaii, they turned to me and said, "Cole, would you like to join us for our Tokyo vacation?" And I said, No. I have to be home. I have HelloFresh in the fridge. What the heck is HelloFresh, you ask? With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. The holidays are just around the corner, and HelloFresh makes this busy time of year easier than ever with chef-crafted recipes and pre-portioned ingredients delivered right to your door. Most of us got doors, so you can spend less time meal planning and prepping. Whether you're hosting a holiday party or just stocking up on snacks, you'll find everything you need at the HelloFresh Market. From quick breakfasts to charcuterie boards and desserts, it's never been easier to prep for a party or fill your pantry. HelloFresh, or HF as I like to call it, has been a longtime sponsor of this show. They send us some excellent boxes every couple months. And each time they do send a box, it's an excuse for me to visit a friend and make plans and go to their kitchen and cook at their place and then make them do the dishes afterwards. Most recently, I went to Cam's house and his roommate Pete was there and Cam's girlfriend was there, and we made barbecue cheddar burgers with chipotle aioli and potato wedges. Look at these pictures. They look so good, and they were so good. We were stuffed. There was the perfect portion size for all 4 of us. It fed us all, and there was even room for a few bites of leftovers. So go to HelloFresh.com/outside65 and use code outside65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/outside65 and use code outside65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Thank you, HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
It just seems to me like that would be the hardest part of being in healthcare, is like, especially if you're working with kids and you're like, I don't know, that just seems like such an emotional component of it. And
creating that boundary,
right,
but also not being too boundaried,
being open, but not, it's a very specific thing. And doctors who are good do it very well, you know?
I will say the hospital does a really good job of supporting us and like having support groups there. I don't know what it's like at other places, but they've done a good job of making it easier there.
Is that more after post-COVID or in light of COVID?
I think we've always worked on like a highly traumatic unit, so I think they've always done it on our unit. I don't know if it's changed elsewhere, but we have like a lot of debriefing groups and like support and people trained specifically.
Have you ever been affected by something at work that like followed you back home and like kind of wrecked you for days or however long?
Sure. Yeah, I would say.
Oof, that sounds so rough.
Have you guys had that podcast?
We've talked to some people that were really boring.
Really stuck.
Just not bringing it.
Really big duds.
Just had nothing
and
to
you
say.
had to go home and just sort of make it through the rest of your day.
Yeah, we had to release the episode. It was really hard for our fans.
So it was a double trauma. It was the trauma of talking to someone boring and then releasing a boring episode.
It just kept going.
And yet you persevered through that. You got up. You ordered flan on DoorDash.
You think bad comments are bad? Imagine no comments, dude.
So can I ask a question? So when he's jonesing for a snack, he'll order flan.
Sure.
Where do you guys go? What's your snacks? Do you have a snack of choice if you're like, oh, DoorDash, I'm gonna go for it?
Oh. I mean, I love a good cookie dough.
Wow.
And there's a place in LA where you can get like edible cookie dough with your ice cream.
Oh. Meaning like it's
delicious.
No eggs in it.
No eggs. Egg free?
Yeah, so you're probably like, so I love a big chill.
But I like the risk of salmonella.
True.
That's part of it.
That's part of it.
It's part of the excitement. That's what's exciting about it. So you go for a cookie dough. What about you guys? Where you head?
I think about it all day when I'm going to order. I spend like 45 minutes on the app, and every single time I get a salmon Caesar salad from the place down the street. Every single time.
There it is. It's a healthy choice. It's a reasonable choice. Where do you? But in your head, are you like, what I really want is. I have that. I have those. I think about home state tacos.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Yeah. Home state, so that brisket taco I think about. When I think about LA, coming back to LA, I'm like, what do I want to get? I'm like, I want them fucking brisket tacos, dude.
Okay. Wait, so you got hypnotized for snacking. Did it work?
It worked for a while, but clearly not. I got hypnotized to quit eating snacks, and I love snacks so much.
Wait, how long did it work for?
It worked for like a few months. I was pretty good, and then it's like, it's a slippery slope. I mean, sugar is... I mean, it's it's a drug, so it's like as soon as you let it back in, it's like smoking. It's like as soon as I got nicotine, because I quit and then I would start again. It's like as soon as it's back in the bloodstream, it's over.
But the hypnotism was a full quit. You never smoked after that.
I quit I lied. I lied. So I did a stand-up special. I talk about quitting smoking, and I lied.
It's so interesting.
I quit for like 3 years, and then I started again, and then quit for 3 years, and then started again.
Whoa.
Dude,
this is a lie. So what you're finding out is that, so it didn't make sense in my stand-up hour, and we're going to talk process real quick with you guys.
Again.
Sometimes the story is just
it's better when you lie.
It's better when you lie.
Sure, it definitely can be true.
Yeah.
I feel like any story could be improved with some lying.
Yeah. Would you lie in your stand-up at all?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
It's like I'm actually quite allergic to like quote unquote like lying in stand-up, but I do think
you can move things around a little bit.
Stories need consolidation.
Yes, it's true.
Or
I'm gonna flick a spider off your headphone.
Oh, I have flies.
I have a mat. So we've been told that there are flies that, as the guy said, drink their sweat, which I found a bizarre way of phrasing something. But there are this. Have you guys didn't make it far? Did you get hit by the flies up there?
We saw them, and that's part of why we.
Yeah.
Oh, you turned around
immediately. Yeah.
We added to it.
Okay.
You go to Tahoe a lot?
I do.
Nice. You ski or the summer?
Embarrassingly, summer. I'm a summer gal. I'm not really.
No, the lake's great. Don't be embarrassed.
You don't have to do anything. Then you can just sit there and
Do you
enjoy.
water ski?
I did when I was a kid. I wasn't not super athletic. Wouldn't say I was good at it, but.
Do you guys water ski a lot?
I used to when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, my dad was really into it.
Really?
Yeah, he was like he just grew up doing it a lot for some reason.
Was he like cool, like a slalom
guy?
Yeah.
It's fun.
I feel like I don't know your dad, but how you look, I can see your dad in like 1978 in like a little bathing suit, like slalom, like slalom water skiing on like a weird lake in somewhere in the Midwest.
He actually. Surprisingly, I'm Jewish, so he is very, very Jewish, but I don't look it. But he was in Connecticut. He was in Connecticut.
Okay, gotcha.
Outside of New York City.
Cool.
Do I look Jewish?
Sort of.
Okay.
You really don't.
I know I don't. Well, my dad is very Jewish. My mom's not Jewish at all, so I'm technically not Jewish. But his parents are from Syria and Egypt and like big Jews. Yeah.
Sephardic Jews.
Sephardic Jews, yeah.
Interesting.
I know I don't look it.
You don't.
I know.
Are you guys Jewish?
I'm half Jewish.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Which half?
Half five.
Which half? Yeah, the real one? Or
yeah, my mom.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that mom, dad
I know,
stuff.
it's kind of weird, no?
Weird.
Although now having a child, like you realize it is that oftentimes the moms are seemingly more responsible for the spiritual like education and follow through for a child's for a family.
Sure, but at this point it's like, come on, they're half Jewish.
Yeah.
I heard a story of a friend who he was with his friend and talking to a rabbi, and the friend was like, "Oh yeah, he's half Jewish," and the rabbi goes, "Your mother or your father?" And he goes, "My father." He goes, 100% Gentile. That's what the rabbi said to him.
And I mean this with great dear love. I fucking hate Jews.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
Yeah.
I'm still a big Kanye fan.
Yeah, oh yeah. We do talk about Kanye a lot every episode. So
Now's
the part where
we're gonna get into it.
If you don't know who Kanye is, pause it and go back and listen to the rest of his album.
Google
it's gonna
Kanye
be a weird
West.
journey for you. Start from the beginning.
Start at the end.
Start at the end. Yeah, start at the end and go backwards.
God, that would be. That's the way to absorb Kanye.
It's so interesting.
Start at the end and work backwards. What a happy ending.
Just last week we had that Van Latham guy on. You know him, the guy who told off Kanye?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was just walking by randomly.
Yeah. Oh, really?
We talked to him for a while about Kanye, and it's just so weird and dark and.
What a weird turn for that guy. It was like a guy who's working at TMZ.
Yeah.
And then like seems like a hero.
Yeah, exactly. Just clearly so smart and eloquent.
You know what I mean? You're like, talk about
it.
Yeah. Look at that. Who would have thunk?
He's like in the background of the TMZ video. Like he's not even.
No.
He's like across the room.
Yeah.
He just like lays it out. It's so awesome.
Beautifully done.
He was a great guest. He was really cool. But it is just like Kanye is so. Again, we don't have to talk about it, but he has such Trump vibes in terms of like. You don't want to give it attention, but it's so outrageous it demands attention, especially when it comes to like, Jewish folks and like, threatening people. It's just like so fucking crazy, man. It's very sad.
Can I ask a weird question?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I was told once by a pediatrician, she was like, every like 1,000 babies, there's a baby that pops out that they're like, that baby has like the demon seed. Like just the baby pops out and has like a terrible vibe, like a demon vibe. Like everyone in the room is like, "This is a fucking demon baby." Do you guys is there like a demon seed kind of baby every once in a while?
I feel like
this is not
comment.
Maybe demon is a strong word, but if they're gassy, you don't want to be in there with them.
They got a bad
They have strong personalities.
Strong personalities.
Yeah, strong personalities.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my baby popped out with like a bit of an essence to who they are. Good, bad, judgment free.
Yeah.
Do you think now, having seen a lot of babies be born, like, do babies have are they born with an essence of who they are?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, it's scientifically like a thing that they have a temperament when they're born.
And
really?
Different temperaments. Yeah.
And have you found some evil ones? Like, he was kind of seeming like there were some evil ones. Like, is there a dark demon baby that you don't have to say names. You don't have to say names, but have you ever seen any evil ones?
They have strong personalities.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you're
That's a yes.
That's what you're willing
It's a hard yes.
Fair answer.
Hard
Fair
yes.
answer.
I would love for those people who have found the demon baby to like follow up in 10, 20 years and like, what is that?
Sure.
Because that is a thing with people. There are some demon people, you
Right,
know?
but the argument would be like, did that person end up a demon because of how casually just throwing demon like because of how they were raised? It's a nature versus nurture question, I think, always.
Right.
It always is.
Yeah.
Do you have any now that you have 3 medical professionals, do you have any questions that you have about babies or anything you should be watching out for?
I mean, I do, but it's like, advice. The gassy baby, how much of that is just internal versus what is being the mother or what is the baby ingesting? Do you know what I mean?
Like, are they just gassy because they're mad at their mom?
now.
Or they're gassy because of their formula?
Of like how their insides are forming, or because of like a formula, or because of what the mom is consuming, all of it.
Oh, during pregnancy, you mean?
Or like with her milk and
stuff.
With her
milk.
I wouldn't say I know about what the mom eats translating to that, but
I think we've experienced a lot of babies that have issues with not necessarily milk, but like formula and fortification and that kind of stuff. That's like a very expected outcome, but we also see like the very sick babies that get transferred from all over.
Yes.
So they already have like intestinal issues, so then that doesn't help.
Whoa.
Ghost.
Possessed by the ghost of Griffith Park. Meconium. Let's talk meconium, guys.
Love
That's
it.
the first.
What's that?
Do you guys want to explain it?
the first poop that comes out of your...
Oh, it's called meconium?
Yeah, it looks
Meconium,
like-
yeah.
You know
it's
how
like a
you
special
know how you
reserve.
guys you guys know how you guys smoke black tar heroin?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what meconium
You were
is.
watching, yeah. We were all in a hammock. We were smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like that.
It's the first poop, which has been like sitting in that I don't know.
Right.
It's a fascinating.
9 months coming.
9 months coming.
Whoa.
Oof.
And how soon after it's born does that come out?
Exactly.
Depends.
Sometimes it comes before birth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the mom gives birth to shit.
Yeah. Baby
So then
swimming in it.
comes out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that only happens once, the meconium?
No, there's like
No,
a transition
yeah.
period. It's like
They might have a few.
Yeah.
A few.
There
poops.
has to
few
be a
days,
culture that like eats that, right?
God, I hope
Come on,
not.
that sounds like a
Yeah.
thing,
So,
right?
I mean,
There's
yeah.
a culture for everything.
Don't
Yeah,
try to
I mean,
normalize
the-
it just because you want to do it.
I mean, there's a lot of placenta consumption.
Sure, I know that.
Yeah.
So you would think the meconium, it has a specific name. You would think there'd be some people that are on board.
Is that
you know?
that's not your last name?
No, it's similar. Well, people do call me Meconium Michon. That is similar. That is similar. Yeah, you would think, huh? You would think.
Yeah.
Well, are there any final thoughts or words of wisdom you guys want to leave us with? We're almost wrapping up here.
No, I mean, I'm a big fan, Nick.
Oh,
I just
thank
watched
you.
your special, so I feel kind of lied to.
Ooh. Oh,
But-
wow.
I didn't lie, but I condensed.
But I saw your video at the end, and I was like, wow, he backs it up with
Right?
facts.
It's true,
You got
right?
me.
That is true. That video was fun.
That's true.
I like that video.
I had more videos to be like, here's us getting like I had other videos to back up the other stuff, but then but I just didn't. It was too complicated. But I do. The guy who I quit smoking with retweeted or like posted about it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Which
I was wondering when watching that. I'm like, I'm sure this guy is watching you talk about it.
And I was, and they sort of like Instagrammed. I was like, oh, okay. So he's sort of like, wow,
Interesting.
But this person has helped a lot of people quit smoking.
Oh, cool.
That's
But he
great.
was cool about it. You calling him a hoarder and shit.
He reposted it.
Maybe he's cleaned up his accents then.
No, I've seen pictures. Very effective. Very effective.
He should hypnotize himself to like be more organized.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's living his version of his life.
He's figuring. I mean, hey, if you're in Malibu, you've done something right. I'll say that. It's nice.
It's another half truth.
We're gonna give you each $1 and a sticker.
and say thank you for spending your day off with
us. And thank
us.
you guys for taking the time to take care for the podcast, but also for dedicating your lives to helping children get through incredibly difficult times.
Yes, 100%. We really applaud you for your work.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Do you mind just not using anything about?
Yes.
About which one?
Oh, the names.
We'll cut the hospital.
We'll cut that out.
We'll cut out anything.
We'll cut the specific hospital. Yeah, he'll do it.
Nick will do it. I edit this podcast. The only reason I'm allowed to do it is because I edit it.
We've done it for 4 years. He's finally sitting down at the hollowed plastic table.
I get a stand-up special. They finally let me. They finally let me sit down.
We're like, okay, you have something to promote.
They didn't even know I was a stand-up. They just knew me as a podcast video editor. And then I was like, guys, I don't really want to be weird, but I have a special content.
Do you have any stand-up shows coming up?
I do. Largo. Have you been to Largo Theater? I do a monthly show. It's on La Cienega. I do like a semi-monthly show there.
Yeah, it's great. It's him and a bunch of friends. It's always fun.
Yeah,
go to it.
Come check it out.
Yeah. Okay, see you guys. Thanks again for sitting down.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Be well.
Rock on.
Thanks again for all the work you do.
Yeah, that was great. We're almost done, by the way. This has been really fun.
Yeah.
I feel. How does that work? Where it's like, because they're so cool, they want to be open, but they also don't want to like be shitty.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, that's always a balance that we try to strike, and also a lot of people that, not that we're huge, but we have a following, and a lot of people will sit down.
They're huge.
No,
the following knows.
No, I just mean people will sit down, be very candid, thinking 10 people listen to the show,
right,
and then they find out a lot more than that do.
Yes.
And then they'll DM us and they'll go like, hey, take me out. And we're just like, it's very frustrating when that happens.
Is that usually the band Franz Ferdinand who does that? Because they might just be quoting their own song.
Yeah. They do
take me out.
That is usually, and we don't know how to proceed because we can't tell.
We just end up dancing and forget what to do.
We love the vibe.
Love that early 2000s indie rock vibe.
I think we have one more question for you from a fan of ours. We asked if they had any questions.
It's not your mom.
It's not his mom, who is a fan. But
this is from Gerd T.S. Laura. What shows/movies are you in? No, I'm kidding. This
is about to throw my microphone.
Okay, this is from Liz De Leon. Why did he ask to take a picture with the dog I walk in Union Square in New York City a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, I remember that dog. I think that dog was super cute, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Or did I? Let me think about this. I vaguely remember this. I was weirdly in the middle of a photo shoot.
Oh, cool.
For something, and it was like I was being photographed in the farmers market in Union Square. And look, I'm always looking for that. That dynamic content.
Yeah, a little stolen dog valor.
And her dog, if I remember correctly, was specifically very like a beautiful dog, and I was like, well, I'm a dog. Everybody knows that.
Recognized dog.
D recognizes D.
D-rec D.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Dog recognizes dog. Hello. And so I was like, well, as a fellow doggy, you know me, I'm a dog.
Well, we got it. Go check out Nick's special on Netflix if you haven't. It's
and check out Liz De Leon's dog.
Yeah, also check out Liz De Leon.
Largely in Union. Let's pause the pod. Let's pause the pod right there.
PAWS.
And there you go.
Yeah. Pause the pod. Did the picture with the dog make it into the photo shoot?
I don't know. It hasn't come out yet.
We gotta find out.
I don't think it will, because her dog, frankly, was not that excited about having a picture taken with me.
It wasn't a fan.
No, for sure not.
For sure not a fan. We really appreciate you coming down and sitting on our show.
Am I gonna get what I think I'm gonna get?
You're gonna get $1 and a sticker.
Fuck
yeah,
dude.
Everyone gets.
Is this how you guys quietly get the rights to everybody's content?
We have gotten advice from a lawyer that it's a good idea to do that.
Sure.
That paying someone is a bit of a contract.
So if I do not accept this $1 and sticker,
we'll edit that out, because we have on camera you taking it.
Yeah, edit that part out.
This is all going to be cut.
Well, you know who's fucking editing it.
Oh shit.
Sorry guys.
You're gonna do your
monkey's paw, folks. Be careful what you wish for.
You just do such a great job.
Yeah.
What can we say? We love your work.
Thank you.
We love your work.
As an editor.
As an editor. Of course, that works.
your stand-up's cohesive.
My stand-up's cohesive, and it's because I'm a great podcast editor.
You're a great
I know what needs to stay in and go out.
You're a great podcast editor.
Yeah.
Obviously, check out his special. Check out Big Mouth if you haven't, and all the spin-offs. You know,
Such a funny show.
All of them.
All the one of them.
All the one
spin-offs. Such a funny show, and Nick does great work, and we're happy to have him.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for being here. See you guys. Bye-bye.
So long.
That was cool.
Yeah, thanks.
No, I'm talking about the stuff I did right before you hit record.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah. I did some very cool stuff. I wish you guys could have seen it. I was telling Cole to hit record earlier because I was doing some cool stuff, but I guess he did it as soon as he could. You want to give him a tour of just tropical stuff? Yeah, you see all this stuff is kind of tropical. Wait, show him this down here. That's tropical down there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there's some tropical stuff for you.
For the listeners, you're missing out. Look at all this tropical stuff. Oh, some Hawaiian treats for me.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
This just grow naturally.
They grow right there.
On paper plates.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching or listening. Tell everyone to check out our show. We got a new episode next week. We appreciate you all. Rock, and if you're new, rock and Kroll. Bye.
Podcast, but outside.
I would never do this podcast. If I were a stranger walking along the street, I would never stop to talk to you.